G'day bloke and blokettes, Flemoflix here again. Today we're coming at you with a bit of a different one. We've got a bit of a tackle tip for you. So today we're repairing a couple rod tips because I've got a couple there to repair myself as I'm a bit clumsy with the old car door sometimes. But anyway, so if you feel like saving yourself a couple dollars rather than taking it down to the local shop and repairing it, you can repair it yourself pretty cheap and it's very easy to do. So let's get right into it. Too easy. Alrighty, so here we are. If you're looking forward to save yourself a few dollars and a tiny bit of time maybe, rather than taking it down to your local shop to get it repaired, then this is all you need. Probably going to take you 5 minutes, nice and easy, anyone can do it. So what you need is obviously your rod that you want to repair. You're going to need a tip, so you might have to buy one of them if you can't salvage the other one. You'll need a lighter. You're going to need a little bit of cardboard to mix up your 2-part epoxy on. And you're going to need something short and pokey to get into your rod tip with. So that works pretty good. So here we are. I'm going to get right into it and show you how it's done. Beauty. Alrighty then. The first thing you need is a broken rod. And as you can see, I've done a proper mischief here. I've gone and put it in the car door. So we're going to repair this one. Then also while we're at it, what I might show you is this one. Might not be as obvious, but the actual inner eyelet, you can see in there, it's not the same as the rest of them as it's fallen out. So if you leave that be, you might notice your braid starts snapping randomly. Your line just starts snapping when it has a tiny bit of pressure on it. So if that's happening, it might be worth checking all your different eyelets down the rod just to make sure there's no damage. And then also they can have small cracks in them, so you might see a crack in either that or even if the middle part's still in there, you might see a crack in there. So it's worth checking all of them if you're having any line problems. Now once you've got your issue, if it's the tip, then this video is for you. If it is one of the other eyelets, you'll have to find another video. I might do one of them shortly, but for now we're just doing the tips. So here we are. Alrighty, so let's get started. First step, you need to find your old tip, either the one you're trying to reuse or the one you've got to take off, and you've got to melt it. You've got to melt the glue that's actually inside the tip there. So you want to melt it so it doesn't catch on fire, and if it does, blow it out before it damages anything. That might do. And then you want to get something, preferably not your finger because it's probably going to be hot, to pull it off. Just like that. Look at that. Perfect. So it's nice and hot. And you want to do the same if you're removing the tip off your rod. Don't let it catch on fire for too long. It's almost there. You just don't want to snap the tip of your rod, that's all. This one, we're getting rid of this eyelet anyway, so there we go. See, it's coming off there. So it should just keep sliding gently till it pops off. Heat it up a tiny bit more, so don't damage the tip of the rod. Slide that last bit. There he goes, straight off. Alrighty. So now you want to get your new tip. When you go and buy this from the tackle shop, you can get them from most tackle shops. You want to make sure it's the right, fits on there right. It's not too big and it's not too small. That one's pretty good. You'll get a bit of spinach, but as long as you don't have too much wobble, it's perfect. So there we go. This is the smallest one they had, so it's perfect. And now this one, it's cooled down now. We're going to have to try and reuse that one because I haven't sourced a tip for this rod yet. But it might be a touch small. Alrighty, so here we are with the broken rod. Yep, this one was the one with the damaged tip, so we had to remove that by hitting it up with the lighter and slide it off. So now we've done that. We don't need that anymore. It's damaged. It's no good. It'll ruin my braid. So we've got to get the new tip out. Make sure it fits on there nicely, which it does. It's got a little bit of movement, but not too much, so that's perfect. Now, what you need to do is get your 2-part epoxy. The old 5-minute Araldite works pretty good. As you can see, mine's pre-loved, as I've done this quite a few times, unfortunately, because I'm a bit clumsy with the old car door. Anyway, so you only need the tiniest little bit, so we'll see how much we can get out here. Alright, you're going to have to ignore the mess that I've made here, but it's been sitting in the heat, so all the yellow part has disappeared. It's all in the bag here, so I've got a tiny bit left, but that's all you're going to need. So, yeah, it's that much, that's all you need. It's plenty. You want to mix him up. I'm sure most of you know how to use 2-part epoxy. There we go. Perfect. You're going to get your new tip. The tiniest little bit, that's all you need there. Hope that focuses. You want to get it in there if you can. Try and get it in there. Perfect. Just a tiny bit goes in there. Tiny bit on your rod tip. Perfect. And then just slide him on. You want to get rid of that little bit of excess just to make it look nice and tidy. There we are. And then most importantly, you want to align it with the rest of the rod. So, there you go. You can look down the blank if you want. But, that's pretty good there. It's always good to get up and have a look down the blank of it. Yeah. Perfect. Alrighty. So there we are. It's in place. Now you got to make sure that it stays in that place while it sets. If you got the fast set, which I think I have, pretty sure it's 5 minute. Anyway, usually says on it. Probably on the packet. Anyway, you want to make sure that it stays in line like that while it dries, and once it's dry, you're good to go. So there you are. Alrighty, here we are. Here's me face again. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that one. Hopefully it saves you a few dollars or a bit of time rather than taking it down to the shop if you can do it yourself. Not too hard, so too easy. Maybe just subscribe and that's all I ask of ya. Cheers, on to the next one.